Always, as always, doing well. Hey, now look, this is another article that we just got from our physicist, and I wanted to go through it with you because I know that you and I have a history with this thing.
Yes, we do.
And really specifically what I'm talking about is the SDO satellite, which these images are predominantly from in this paper, okay? So the question is we've seen, and we reported on earlier in the year in January, early in January, reported on that we had a marked difference in sun energy, that was measurable in late 2016, early 2017. And then here comes the proof of our initial science on that, our own observations. Ready?
Yeah.
It looks like that SDO is confirming that, and that over the period of from February 7th, 2016, which is this picture of the sun in the 21.1 nanometer ultraviolet wavelength, is one of our favorite views to look at on SDO, and you've seen it many times.
Oh, this is my favorite. Yeah, this
is what the sun looked like on that day. And then you look over on this one from February 6, 2017, just recently, and you can see a marked difference in the luminosity of the sun.
So this collaborates with the pictures that I posted 2 weeks ago when I went out on Sunday, and how we saw a markable difference in the light. So this makes absolute total sense to me.
Okay, and furthermore, if people say that that's different, the SDO camera was changed in its view, she isolates those little boxes there to use to prove that those sun flares are of the same brightness as in those two pictures, therefore proving that the camera didn't change, it was the sun that changed.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it as well in the corona.
Yeah, in terms of the shape of the corona.
Yeah. I mean, we've been commenting, and as I've pointed out numerous times, there's a permanent coronal hole in the southern hemisphere and one in the northern hemisphere.
Right, and then furthermore, so she talks about that, but furthermore, she goes through and provides other images from other wavelengths showing the same exact phenomenon.
Look at that.
2012 images are the brightest images, and of course 2017. But it's really the remarkable drop in energy in the last 3 months, okay? So you look at these different, but here's the one, and I want to see if I can get these both in the same frame. So let's do it this way. So these images of the sun on the bottom here are from December 16th, 2015, and January 13th, 2016, and February 10, 2016, okay?
Yeah, you can see it.
And this is then images of the sun as provided by SDO in the 21.1 nanometer ultraviolet wavelength again, but this time December 16th, 2016, January 13th, 2017, and February 10th, 2017, again, showing a weaker sun.
And the data is showing this. Listen, if you go back and look at corona on the geomagnetic level, we had 4 days and then another 2 with an interruption. I think it was 6 altogether, where we weren't even measuring above 0 on the electromagnetic scale. I mean, and what people don't understand is that when we drop that low, when the Earth is not picking up any geomagnetic disturbances at all, it's having dire effects on our health, and particularly those who suffer from cardiac issues. Those type of issues become, and we're now realizing there's a direct correlation. So Steve, this corresponds directly with what our physicist is showing here.
Well, and it also might correspond with what we're having our findings with our psychologists, that are talking about this increasing, depression and vitamin D deficiency problem we have.
And we will be discussing that when Dr. T comes back on. But you know what, Steve, and I understand what's happening here. Every day, people are being bombarded with news, contradictive news, contradictive findings. And just like this, when you start talking about a vitamin D deficiency, folks, that affects all of us, and the young people particularly.
Well, right, and people that are growing, and that's so important in bone development, quite frankly. And so again, guys, heads up, this is just new findings. Thank you to our physicists. We all applaud your efforts to get this information and share it with all of the research community.